This is Ambitious Angelo from WooCutzTV, and I'm here at Premiere Birmingham. We had a great weekend these last couple days. We've had so much education, so many products, so much energy in the building. And I got to share this time here with Kevin Kirk from Kirk Pro, and we have Tammie B. Tammie, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Good. Welcome to WooCutzTV.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate having you, and I appreciate your time.
Okay.
Kevin, I seen you this weekend. You were doing your thing on stage. You're always doing, but this is your backyard.
Oh yeah, this is home, right? Birmingham, Alabama.
And Tammie, this is your backyard as well, correct?
Yes, it is. I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi, but I've been here for 20 years. So anytime I tell anybody that, they say, "Oh, you from here now?"
Right. Awesome. Well, let's first talk about Premiere, and then we'll get to Birmingham. Okay. How was your experience with Premiere this past weekend?
Man, I love Premiere. Birmingham Premiere, Orlando Premiere, doesn't matter. Premiere always bring an excellent show. This year, especially, I think both me and Tammie, we was working together with the company BabylissPro. I have my own company, Kirk Pro, but this year I was contracted out with BabylissPro, and we came here and we did some amazing hair cutting, some amazing hair styling, and some absolutely drop-dead gorgeous hair color.
You're right. I seen it on main stage. You are not lying, man. You've been doing this. Tell me, what got you into, because you do hair. You know, a lot of people are like, no, I'm a barber, or no, I'm a stylist. Like, you just do hair, man. And you do some amazing magic with that. Tell me, what got you into where you're at today?
Man, that's a great question, Angelo. Be honest with you, it was like a calling.
Okay.
When I say a calling, I mean, I promise you I'm not lying or exaggerating. I'm from here. So I was on my way to UAB, which is one of the major medical colleges and hospitals actually in the country. I was going to study psychology.
Really?
But on my way to UAB, I got stopped at a traffic light. I heard a voice from God say, "Look to the right." When I looked to the right, it was Step Ahead Cosmetology School, and he said, "That's where you need to be." That's how I started doing hair. True calling from the Lord. I'm like, okay, I heard people being called to preach.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard nobody being called to do that. But I mean, I know when the Lord's speaking to me, He spoke to me, He told me this is my profession, and it really has been good to me ever since.
That's awesome, Kevin. I love to hear that. It's connected people. When people connect with their purpose, their whole life changes, right? But what was the thing that made you want to be a cosmetologist, though? Like, you could have worked at a barber shop. You know, what made you want to go the cos route?
Well, when I went to Step Ahead and I was talking to them about the barber program and the cosmetologist program, the ladies there said, look, you can do either or, but it takes the same amount of time.
Okay.
So I felt like if I had to use 1,500 hours of my time to get a license, why not be a cosmetologist? Even though in my mind I thought I was going to only barber, but cosmetology gave me the ability to cut, color, style, relax. It had more opportunities, more avenues to create money. So I said, let me go ahead and be a cosmetologist that barbers.
I like that. Cosmetologist that barbers. Awesome, Kevin. Tammie, tell me a little bit about you. I mean, you say you're from Jackson, Mississippi. How did you end up in Birmingham, Alabama?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, through a marriage.
Really?
Through a marriage. But I moved here, fell in love with it, and just been here ever since.
Awesome. Now, how did you get into the cosmetology world?
Well, I actually in like high school and college always dabbled a little bit dealing with hair, but I also went to school to be a teacher.
Okay.
But of course, like everyone else, you never really get into that field, and so I was working doing in retail. Okay. But after a while, I realized, hey, this is not the career I really want to be in. So I really sat down and thought about what's my passion and what I really love to do. And I fell back into teaching, and then I also fell back into, I used to love doing hair when I was in school. And so that's what drove me to want to put myself into cosmetology school. And it was meant for me to be there. I feel like that was my calling from God, because what ended up happening once I got into cosmetology school, just like Kevin, I realized I can teach, I can be a platform artist, I can do makeup, I can perform on stage, and do hair and color and cuts and styling. So it was a perfect fit for me. And I went to Kevin, actually. I used to model for Kevin.
Is that right?
Yes, I used to model for Kevin before I put myself in the cosmetology school. And I think that's what also fueled that fire into me to want to go to cosmetology school to, you know, do what I felt like was my passion as well. So that's how I ended up in cosmetology school.
Well, I'm glad that you were a model. From one model to another.
Yes.
You know, I can commend that. So, hey, you never know what the future holds.
Right.
You never know what the future holds. So,
Exactly.
Kev, talk to me a little bit about Birmingham, right? This is Premiere Birmingham, as you all know. So it's different from all the other shows that we get to go to. And there's a rich history here in Birmingham, Alabama. And you can't miss it. I mean, we drove from Massachusetts down here and driving through Alabama and parts of Georgia and Tennessee and all that. And you see fields and plantations and everything still out there. So, you know, let's dive into it. Talk to me about what it was like being a young black man growing up in Alabama.